My name's Cliff Kelley, and I'll be playing Sidney Carden in our production of Tale of Two Cities.
As you know, a 19-year-old, American kid in the 21st century, how are you relating to the source material? Are you finding that a challenge or anything?
It's definitely a challenge to sort of get used to the way that these characters talk. I've done a good bit of Shakespeare work, as much as a high school student can do. So I'm sort of familiar with heightened language, but with specifically how these British people communicate their thoughts is a weird thing to me. So it's been taking some getting used to, but I think I'm getting the hang of it pretty okay.
I'm Selena Frey, and I'm playing a judge in the Old Bailey, an English judge. I play the Marquis Saint-Evremont, who is a very scary man. I play a French aristocrat and a president in the French courts.
The idea that you're playing a number of different parts, what are some of the challenges there from a performance standpoint? Well,
first of all, it's distinction, and you use that in your body and your voice. Also, for me, I'm playing 4 men, so that's another challenge in itself. And then it becomes a question of, for me, when I was thinking about this, like, what is a man? What is gender? Which I think is interesting that I play a character who literally has a line that says, what is a man? And so it's about making choices, but not for the sake of choices. That choices all have to be grounded and help the story and don't pull focus or change the story in any way, but also to create distinction so the audience can understand where we're going, and that I didn't just, leave a scene and now I'm appearing and I'm not the same person. So it's really to help the audience with grabbing onto the story.
I'm Anthony Santaniello, and I am playing both Stryver and Jarvis Laurie.
What's that like? I mean, having someone who was there at the very the beginning, first run of the play.
Well, well, Ed himself is brilliant, as it is already. So regardless of the fact that he was working on the original production, he's just an excellent director. But then, which I also, I didn't even know he was working on the original production until like halfway through the rehearsal process. But when you know that, like, it's just, it's almost inspiring in a way that it's like you're so close. You're only 1 degree of separation away from an original production, and that makes you feel really important. As opposed to something like a Shakespeare show where you're thousands and thousands and thousands degrees of separation away from the original production, So it's just really cool. It's really cool, and there's a lot of insight that I don't think you would really get with someone who wasn't involved in that so deeply. Insight in characters, insight in thought processes, everything.